Yeah, let's start out with the actual, like, sort of kind of poetry. So I call this Southern Trees. Uh, when I was coming from my side of the South Side on 79th, down from the red line, my phone ran out of power, which is really bad on, that side. But I was like, whatever, let's ignore the danger and just look at the trees. So this piece is called Southern Trees. The way you see my side is a lie. The south side has life. And you can see if you would let your eyes drift to the trees. I promise, though we bleed. In the streets, branches heavy with leaves still swing in the breeze. Chatham, Inglewood, Kenwood. Unkempt, unloved, untouchable arboretums. Their longest lived residents rooted in crimson earth. Veins engorged with strife, yet soil spitefully fertile, nurtured by daily leftovers from those who have been looked over. Saplings subsist on mild sauce, the priceless yet persistently unreachable dust from foods labeled flamin' hot, and victuals not considered name brand. Limbs spread out in the air, some cut down before realizing their potential, others branch out, spread their seeds, hoping that they reach a solid and unbiased ground, most whisked away and preyed on by rarely beaten odds and unfair statistics. If you're done looking at the trees, if your eyes are fatigued, please look underneath and see the people who dwell underneath southern trees. Okay, yeah, that's it.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. And then this one, it's not really a poem, it's more of a spoken word thing, but I wrote it while I was at a poetry thing at University of Chicago, and I felt super insecure about my intelligence. So we're going to call this, What Maketh the Intelligent Negro? What maketh the intelligent Negro? Is it gaining acceptance to that monolithic university close to home? Or is it being smart enough to know that a 2.5 GPA and an essay that can be summarized with the words, I fucked up, isn't enough to breathe on a U Chicago dorm? Can you still be a smart, educated James Baldwin type nigga if you slept and zoned out through pre-calc? Are you astute or an asshole if you con your lonely math teacher into giving you a D with a box of tea from the mustiest of marketplaces? Can we be both? Is it doper to read Othello and get an A, or spark note that shit and get a B? And that's it. But that was just a little stream of consciousness thing. Okay. All right. So there's this like half rap that I wrote. I'm not gonna read it unless I feel really, really good with this next piece, which should be somewhere. Okay. All right. Here it is. So okay. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Wait. 1 second. 1 second. Okay.
This part and the part where Matt was also looking for stuff, I'm probably gonna cut it out.
Okay.
So it's like seamless.
All right. Cool. Thank you very much. Okay. So, do I have to talk to this chick at a cafe who's looking at me and is still looking at me? And I like looked at her and she's kind of pretty. And what do I do? Because there's not any room on the counter. And I would have to literally go up and say to her, how are you? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I would like to have relations with you. There's no other way that the conversation would go at this point. Option 1, you walk in there like a man and spark up a conversation. The first obstacle is the lack of seating. The second is the intention. Yada, yada, yada. I don't want to be one of those guys that harasses women. 2, keep staring dumbly. 3, decide that you'd rather not talk to her anyway and emphasize her visible flaws like a douchebag. Option 4, run away, but run away in a way that you're walking very calmly through Wicker Park. I picked option 4. Yeah, okay, so now we're going, man, and cut this part out too, I guess, because this is,
That's staying.
dang it. Okay, great. They cut out like 15 parts before this, just so you know. So here we are in the middle of Wicker Park. I'd like to lie to myself and use the royal we, but knowing myself the way I do, it is more likely that I'm imagining additional persons because of my chronic loneliness. Teardrop. And I just smudged my glasses. To chew the scenery some more, I'm sitting in front of a coffee shop called Wormhole Coffee, having bought a $2 donut as a ticket to entry, because that's what you do, like, especially in Wicker Park. Considering I'm sitting outside, I indeed wonder whether it was necessary or not, given that, you know, some dude just sat there and didn't buy anything, and now I feel like I'm out on $2. But, you know, that's beside the point. But I'm not sure how to decode the bewildered stares of the Caucasian patrons of Wicker Park, but it can be unfavorably compared to that of a person who sees a dog and is not sure whether they bite or not. I wish I had the hipster beard, but I guess I mostly wish I had any beard. And there should be something called deep voice privilege. And also, are all bikers hipsters or just Wicker Park bikers? And yeah, that's pretty much it.